This is eHero12345 coming at you with a deck profile. We're doing Shaddoll Invoked Dogmatika. Um, just straightforward list, pretty cheap to make. Everything got reprinted. If you're interested, probably the deck for you. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. Alright, so let's start with the Dogmatika engine. 3, 2, 3, 1. Pretty explanatory. This is just the new staple for the entire format. Then we have our Dogmatika package. 3, 1, 1, 2, 1. Pretty explanatory. You kind of need this to run the engine or run the deck. These got reprinted, so they're cheaper now. Everything's reprinted and cheaper. These are 8s, these are 10s. These are like nothing. This is like nothing. It's just such a good deck to run for the cheap. Now, a lot of people run Ash. I like Gammas. The reason I like Gammas is because you're either going to normal summon Alistair. Yeah, these don't work. Or 8 out of 10 times you're starting with a spell card. And these are just really good all around, even going second. It's just such a good, you get 2 for 1. Especially, this is a really good extender if they try to stop your shit, and then you just activate on top of that. So I like the Gamma package. It's been really well in testing. The small Shaddoll engine, so this is a little bit different because a lot of people like to just play the extra deck Shaddolls and that's it. No, we're actually running a small Shaddoll engine. Skill drain's back at 3. We have to be ready for that. So we're playing 1 copy of Dragon. We're playing a Beast because we want to draw cards. We want to send our stuff. We want to have ways to send stuff, so we're playing 2. This has just been like the overall like statistic study of being better. And then Ariel from the structure deck, Shaddoll, and Wendy from structure deck. But because skill drain's at 3, definitely have to start playing little text like that. Start shooting shit. For our spells, we're running 3 Shaddoll Fusion. The reason we're running 3 Shaddoll Fusion is it is a good bait to start combos. Also, opening for our Gamma. But this is a really good bait card, especially if your opponent has extra deck monsters on the field. We get to send cards from deck to graveyard if you don't know what this card does already. But it's just a really good starter piece. It's almost like summoning Alistair. 2 quick plays because if we want to go for game or if we just need another Shaddoll card, we go into this. It's just a quick play fusion. It's really good. We can make window on our opponent's turn if we somehow don't find. Very rarely, if we don't find Schism, we can always just set this, do the same thing. 2 copies of Super Poly. 3 is too much in this build. We're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fusion cards. 9 fusion cards. So 2 Super Poly, not going to break the bank. Yeah, cool. Eldritch is playing lights. Cool, we Super Poly the Eldritch away. Yada, yada, yada. Coming up with our 1 copy of Foolish Burial because we like sending Dragon to graveyard to pop whatever. For our traps, we're playing 3 Infinite Impermanence. This was just reprinted in a structure deck. The Cyber Dark structure deck. These are like, you're literally paying for the cards and getting extra shit. So if you don't have these, pick these up. These are the cheapest you can go. And of course our last copy, it's going to be Schism. This is going to be the end point of our combo, trying to go into this. Because, you know, Schism is Schism. So that's it for the main deck. We're going to move to the extra deck. Let's go in order here. So let me go ahead and throw this in the back. Alright, so let's start with our Shaddolls. We're going to play 2 copies of Construct, 2 copies of Winda, 1 copy of Al Capone. We're not usually trying to go into Al Capone, so I cut it down to 1. I'd rather have more opportunities to play a second Mechaba than dumping 2 Al Capone. Winda's our overall stop card. We don't play Artifact Scythe, we play Winda. And then, of course, we play our 2 constructs in case we want to send something to the graveyard, like Dragon or something. pop back row, all that fun stuff. So that's it for the Shaddoll portion. Now we're going to get into our Mecha portion. So we're playing 2 copies of Mechaba, the Invoker. This is our negate for the deck. 1 copy of, I have no idea how to pronounce that one, but it's the new Light Fusion. This is really good against stuff like Eldritch that likes to summon stuff. It's a free pop. Then we've got our Purgatrio in case we need to sweep the board. That's it for the Invoked engine. Pretty explanatory, pretty fast, pretty to the point. For our pitch mechanic, we've got Elders, or Eltress, Entity, Entis, and then our Tatyclan, the Ash Dragon. These are usually going to get pitched off the Dogmatika spell or the Dogmatika trap or our Dogmatika monster. Usually we're going to send this to shoot. We're going to send this to go add a Dogmatika card. And then sometimes we'll even send Al Capone to go fetch a Shaddoll card and to go pitch something out of our hand. You know, in case we're under skill drain, these are in the graveyard. These will not be hit by skill drain. I think this only pops monsters, if I'm not mistaken. No, this pops any card. Okay, so this is another way to deal with skill drain. I know that's what a lot of people are trying to deal with right now. Skill drain, skill drain, skill drain at 3. It's annoying. Trust me. I'm with you on that. Our Link combo, we're playing this version. We're playing Dogmatika, so we need this Link. Okay, hold on. Before I go into that, okay, so we need this version in particular because we need this to pitch for our Dogmatika card. Also, this makes Purgatrio if we need it, and then our light target for Mechaba. But this is probably the most important piece to our Dogmatika strat, and that's why I'm running that over the Celine, or whatever the Link one is called. Predaplant. Obvious reasons, we can either send Super Poly, or we can go send whatever we need to either finish the game or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, and then 1 Cyframe Omega, we can either send it and shuffle a card back to our opponent. Let's say they put a Golden Boy in the graveyard and they activate effect. We can trigger quick effect. Sorry, are you the quick effect? No. Okay, so on our turn, we'll spin Golden Boy back into their deck so that they can't have it, or spin a trap back that they can't have it, stuff like that. This is going to be a really good matchup against Eldritch. Because not only is Mechaba going to negate, he's also going to banish whatever he negates. And that's going to give us the upper edge. Moving on to the side deck. This is, like I said, this is budget friendly, so you should be able to pick this up no problem. We're going to go ahead and play 3 Artifact Scythes. Or, sorry, not Scythes. Lancia. 3 Artifact Lancia, because it's going to either be for the mirror match, or it's going to be for any deck that likes to banish. Mostly for the mirror match. It's also a light, so if it's kind of useless in our hand, we could still pitch it and make a Mechaba off it. Or make a Winda, or not, sorry, not a Winda. Excuse me, I can't even talk right now. Make a Construct out of the light material. So it's just an overall good card. It's a nice, decent little hand trap. Really cheap hand trap. So pick those up. Pretty cheap. We're playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone. We do not want our opponent to have spells or traps in the graveyard. Doesn't matter what deck it is. It could be Sky Striker. It could be Eldritch. Whatever. It could even be that new PK deck that I've been seeing a lot of people pick up and make. So this is going to be good overall because we don't want our opponent having access back to their spell and trap card in their grave effects. Even for the mirror match, if they even activate Invocation, we can banish their Invocation, and then they can't get back Alistair, and it's just like, well, shit. So, really good side card. I see a lot of people main them now. I still like the 1 Prankatops. It's Prankatops. Free summon, free pop. Pretty explanatory. For the Eldritch match, 3 Gammas. Why not Nibiru? Well, Some decks do not like summoning more than up to 4 now. They'll stop at 4, or they'll just have the answer for 4. So I'd rather have an answer for the stuff that's already on the board that we can deal with. So that's why I'm playing 3 Gamma Cells. They're also 2200, so they're easy to run over or crash with. Like, nothing in our extra deck that we summon basically won't lose to this thing, or at bare minimum it will tie and they'll crash. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for those heavy spell and trap decks. The extra copy of Super Poly if we're running into the mirror match. And of course, we don't play Tears, but however, we do have 3 Dark Ruler No Mores for going second. This is the budget-friendly version. If you want to play Droplets, play Droplets. Nobody is stopping you. Replace these, toss them, play Droplets. Whatever. This is the budget-friendly version of this deck. It does a lot for a little. You will almost top if you know what you're doing. My recommendation, go look up combo videos, go look up basic board setups, stuff like that. Okay, and that'll be it.